Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Got a few things to discuss in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam. I'll start with this one. Here's a headline from A&B Crypto, and there's all sorts of crypto media outlets that are writing stories along these lines, which I don't mind seeing. It's perfectly reasonable to discuss this topic. But here's the headline. A relisting spree for XRP on exchanges soon? Question mark, which is why my voice goes up like that. Maybe, but only if ... And here's another one. This is from FX Street. Will relisting on crypto exchanges trigger a bullish breakout in XRP price? And look, with everything that's been going on in the SEC v. Ripple case, totally fair to talk about this. I just pulled up two articles as an example here. And I do think it's an inevitability, but I'll share with you additional thoughts as we go through the video. I'll also have something from Library, who's also being sued into oblivion by the SEC. It's just an interesting perspective having to do with what daddy government says you can and cannot do with your own money in terms of investing. And then there was also this headline from the Daily Huddle. U.S. SEC charges 4 individuals behind alleged $295 million crypto Ponzi scheme. Now, look, as much as we all despise the SEC, and I think it's safe to say that we're pretty much all on the same page on that, if the SEC was just going after cases like this, I wouldn't mind. Go after the actual fraud out there in the world. I'd applaud them. That's fantastic. And based on the publicly available information, these people actually defrauded people and stole. It's an actual Ponzi scheme. So I'll share with you the specifics of that, but that's a big one. $295 million in the world of crypto. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And again, the headline here from A&B Crypto, a relisting spree for XRP on exchanges soon? Maybe, but only if ... Ripple's problems started when the Securities and Exchange Commission started looking into how the company advertised and sold its XRP tokens. Now, since then, the SEC has maintained that the token is a security and, as such, violates SEC requirements. Although the SEC has maintained this position for a long time, Ripple Labs continues to claim that the SEC's assertion is unfounded. Now, some ripple effects also, see how they did the play on words there, some ripple effects also began to manifest once Ripple's legal issues with the SEC came to the fore. While some exchanges opted to stop providing XRP to U.S. users, other exchanges decided to delist the cryptocurrency. However, could XRP be moving towards recovering those listings soon? One of the most recent events in the case was the SEC's acceptance of a move from Ripple to hear an amicus brief in the matter. There have been a steady stream of briefs since then, but one in particular stood out. One of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States, Coinbase, filed a brief in favor of Ripple Labs. It sided with Ripple and stated that the SEC's lawsuit is more about picking on the defendant rather than upholding regulations. As one of the exchanges that delisted XRP and is yet to relist it, this action sparked speculations that a relisting might be in the works. So I'll pause on it. Look, I think XRP one day will be back on Coinbase. I think it's an inevitability, but the reason I say that is because I think that things are going to turn out well for Ripple and XRP holders. I think that will be proven to be on the right side of history. The SEC is going to lose. And maybe we get a bad ruling and I'm wrong. But I feel very strong. I feel very optimistic. Not even cautiously optimistic. Sometimes I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm just very optimistic at this point, with based on all publicly available information. And once that happens, yeah, I think that you will see a relisting spree. And every exchange that halted the trading of XRP or delisted it, it's going to be back on those platforms. They're going to want to make that money. And I can only imagine, that's going to be such a fun day. Whenever that happens, I believe XRP is going to absolutely rocket. Well, now to what degree, I don't know, and I don't make price predictions. But I don't know if that'll be what sets it off to a new all-time high, especially given that we're in a bear market. I don't know. Maybe something crazy will happen. It actually will go to a new all-time high. I don't know. I'd be more optimistic about that if we weren't in bear market territory. But it's coming. I still firmly believe that it's coming. But, I kind of think also Coinbase, if they had the benefit of hindsight now that they had more time to digest what's going on and they decided not to delist the other 9 cryptocurrencies that the SEC says are securities, which Coinbase holds, which was in you may recall the SEC v. Wahi case. The insider trading case, they asserted that 9 cryptocurrencies that are on Coinbase are securities. Well, they didn't stop the trading of those. So I kind of wonder, Coinbase, fine, since they already did what they did, I don't suppose that they're just going to magically relist XRP without full adjudication of this or settlement. But I do wonder, now that they know what they know and they've had time to digest and see how the SEC is just tackling all things crypto, if they understood the degree to which it's a full-on assault on crypto, would they have acquiesced? And I say acquiesced just in the fact that they did stop the trading of XRP. It makes me wonder, because they didn't with the other 9, that came after that. It really makes you wonder. And then, yes, you also saw the relisting of XRP on that Canadian exchange, which is awesome. I was happy to report that in video. It's like, I don't know why they would have stopped the trading. Like, for them, it's less risky, let's be real. Unless they were planning to expand the United States, I don't know why they would have halted the trade anyway. And they haven't been transparent. All they said is that it was due to regulatory concerns. I was like, in Canada? America's hat has regulatory concerns about this? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about that. And then there was, but yeah, look, let's be clear. Again, and I don't know when this case is going to be over, but when it happens, I firmly believe that XRP is going to absolutely rocket and melt faces. I just don't pretend to know to what degree. We're all going to find out together, but is there a human out there that doesn't think that there would be some sort of ridiculous positive price action for XRP once that news breaks? Does anyone think that nothing would happen? People are like, oh, okay, well, I don't care. No, people are going to go bonkers. I'm so glad that I'm in it before that happened, And then there is this from Library. And for those of you looking at your screen, you can see there's a bunch of people at a casino playing slot machines. And it's so funny. There's just this row of humans tapping buttons. They just sit there and they're tapping buttons. You don't have to pull the lever on these damn machines, the modern ones, anymore. It kind of takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? Freaking gambling. Well, whatever. If they're just having fun doing it, okay, super duper. But I hope they do understand that in the long run, they lose everything if they just keep doing it. Like, that's how the machines are programmed, and it's legal. And so Library wrote the following. The SEC, as in this is the position of the SEC. The SEC, it should be illegal for someone to buy $1 worth of LBC, that's Library Credit Token, without permission from bureaucrats because of the financial risk involved. Meanwhile, every day in Vegas, and then it's just that video clip right there. And that's why, I don't need the governments telling me that I'm too stupid to make my own financial decisions. And even if I am too stupid, fine. Let me fail and lose my money with my freedom, okay? I don't want you to remove my freedom because you think that I'm too stupid. You just need to protect me from myself. That's offensive. Even if some people are actually stupid and they'll be better. I don't care. You don't take away people's freedom, but that's what daddy government does. And I have a serious problem with that. And then separate tweet, Library wrote, it should go without saying that we think gambling should be legal as we're not violent authoritarian control freaks, just pointing out a fun contradiction. Exactly. And I think it should be legal too. And it is in all sorts of places. But what a contradiction. You can go ahead and do this, and it's a certainty that if you do it long enough, you will lose everything. That is a guarantee. The house wins, or else they wouldn't be in business. Duh, okay? But that's allowed. Meanwhile, you like crypto? No. And then just the idea of an accredited investor is disgusting to me, where you have to have a high net worth or be making a ton of money, which is almost zero humans, in order to invest in certain opportunities. It's repulsive. We should be screaming out against this. And meanwhile, it's not like volatility only exists in crypto. Look at this from Mike Alfred. He wrote, Carvana is down 96.3% year to date. Redfin is down 89.6% year to date. Open Door is down 86% year to date. Facebook is down 73.2% year to date. Bitcoin is down 53.9% year to date. The SEC will let you own all these stocks, but still won't let you own an ETF that holds Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. And it is absurd. And there are altcoins that are performing better than these companies. And Bitcoin, but it's just incredible. Yes, volatility is the purpose of investing, and sometimes things go to hell. But you should not take the freedom away from the people. That's my firm position on this matter. Because there's risk everywhere. There's risk. People thought that the housing market was impenetrable until 2008 when the housing market collapsed. There's risk in anything you put money in life, period. Really grinds my gears, folks. And then there's this from the Daily Huddle. U.S. SEC charges 4 individuals behind alleged $295 million crypto Ponzi scheme. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is bringing charges against 4 individuals the regulator claims propped up a $295 million crypto Ponzi scheme. The SEC alleges Trade Coin Club, or TCC for short, an organization billing itself as a crypto trading membership group, raised more than 82,000 Bitcoin from more than 100,000 investors around the world between 2016 and 2018. That haul, worth $295 million at the time, would be worth more than $1.75 billion with a B today. The SEC charged 4 individuals for their involvement in the alleged fraud, including TCC founder Duver Torres Braga and 3 U.S. promoters. Joff Paradise, that's one hell of a name. Joff Paradise, that sounds like... Is that an adult performer name? I don't even get it. Come to paradise, son. Kiliani Ikana Taylor? Nailed it. And Jonathan Tetro? Is it Tetro? I did that one right, didn't I? Did I do that right? It's not Tetrialt, right? Is it Tetro? I don't know. You tell me in the comment section below. Anyway, Braga and Paradise allegedly baited investors with false promises that a crypto asset trading bot made millions of microtransactions every second and would net them minimum returns of 0.35% every day. And look, if you talk about on a daily basis, that might not sound big, but think over the span of a month. So at least they did something like try and make it sound potentially legit, but it wasn't real. Piece continues. In reality, investor funds enriched Braga and a network of TCC promoters, according to an SEC press release. Says David Hirsch, chief of the SEC Enforcement Division's Crypto Assets and Cyber Unit, quote, "We allege that Braga used Trade Coin Club to steal hundreds of millions from investors around the world and enrich himself by exploiting their interest in investing in digital assets. To ensure our markets are fair and safe, we will continue to use blockchain tracing and analytical tools to aid us in the pursuit of individuals who perpetrate securities fraud," end quote. And so look, if you're going after actual frauds, I applaud you, SEC. Super duper. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give you 2 thumbs up. Awesome sauce. But that's not what's going on, by and large anyway. The SEC is engaging in regulation by enforcement in a gross jurisdictional land grab. Just go back to doing this stuff and we all good, son. All right? Can you just do that? Could you just stop with the rest of the crap? Just like chill out a little bit. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.